Hey guys, Cainebourne here with XCOM 2. Super excited about this game. Been waiting a really long time to play it. I've been playing XCOM since the original. If you've never played it, make sure you check it out. One of the probably best games ever made in my personal opinion. One of my favorite games. The original is an absolute classic. It was reimagined, re-envisioned, remade about maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. Thought it was awesome, and I've been dying to play this second one. If you've never heard of it, it's basically aliens invade Earth. There's sort of a council that enacts a special agency, the extraterrestrial combat something or another force that protects the Earth. You start out with real basic weapons, machine guns, rifles, rocket launchers, grenades. The aliens outpower you majorly, kick your butt, and you'll start to shoot down ships. As you do that, you're able to steal technology from the aliens, learn it, end up using it against them. It's a turn-based strategy game, so that may throw some people off. Your characters can only move, so much. I think it's actually they can either do like a short action where they can go take cover, or they can actually attack. In the olden days, it used to be with time units. If you guys are old enough, older gamers like me, you might understand what the heck that means. But anyways, very cool game. So this is the second one, and apparently the aliens have sort of taken over the Earth, and you are now basically a resistance, and you no longer just have bases where you send out ships. Your actual base is mobile. You're on the run. You're trying to stay alive and hiding from a police state where the aliens have completely taken over. So we're going to jump right in, start a new game. They usually have something called Iron Man. I don't know why I don't see that. That's where your characters stay dead. Maybe that just happens here. And they make sure that you can't save, like the game saves as you play. I'm going to play it that way no matter what. Whoever dies on this mission is going to stay dead, or this entire campaign. I'm going to go ahead and probably just play on veteran here. This game can get pretty tough. I'll come back and do some more difficult playthroughs if people like it. I'm going to start out on veteran. I'll have the tutorial check just because there's some story elements in here that you guys might want to see. I really hope you guys like this because I want to play through the whole thing, and I'm definitely going to do it. If for some reason nobody likes it, that's cool. I'll be playing this anyways by myself. But let's check it out.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
In keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect. It looks like sort of your typical sci-fi story. The aliens have now taken over the Earth, but if you played this game from the beginning, this will be pretty freaking cool. This series.
Approaching position.
Reminds me of The Colony, if you guys haven't seen that on TV. Kind of a cool show.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Here comes the XCOM.
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
Alright, so obviously the aliens have sort of taken over.
You need to get out of sight.
It was always a reoccurring theme in XCOM that they would try to approach countries and get them to succumb, kind of under the auspice that they were going to help you with their technology, and the XCOM unit couldn't possibly protect them, that sort of a thing.
But see if you can't find a safer position further
So
out.
what they, you would lose when you lost enough countries that kind of gave up and joined up with the aliens. And so this is like the nightmare scenario. This is saying everybody has sort of given up, joined up, and now there's just a small resistance left. So hopefully it maintains the same feel of the other games, because there's, aside from just going on the missions and doing this turn-based portion, you're back at the base and you're able to upgrade and your troops and level up and that kind of a thing. When they die, they stay perma-dead, which I think is really cool. Gives you a real sense. Those grizzled veterans that survive, you grow an attachment to them, and the ones that die, you mourn their passing. So if you move within this blue area, you get another chance to move. That is a half cover area. If you move into an area like this, that's full cover. So defensively, it'll be a better position. When you go to the yellow area, that means you're dashing, double time. So you don't have a chance to make a second move.
They're holding position. We're gonna have to go through them. Stay out of sight until we're ready to strike.
Copy that.
This particular game adds a new mechanic where you can kind of see the enemy before they see you.
Until you're absolutely set. We'll
So you
only
can
get
set up an
one
ambush.
shot at this.
In the shadows.
So the squad is in concealment as long as we don't step in that red area. They're forcing me to go to these certain areas because this is a tutorial. But it does have some story elements that I wanted to share so everybody's on the same page as far as what's going on.
Don't get too close. They'll be spotted for sure and we'll lose our advantage.
I played this last night for about 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. So I'm pretty much seeing all of this for the first time with you guys. Just played enough so I could vaguely understand the controls.
We've got surprise on our side. Hopefully that's enough.
These are all aliens here.
Remind me to thank the old man.
You and me both.
What's neat about this game too is you'll start out with certain groups of aliens and you'll find out about new ones as you go.
Those remaining soldiers.
Keeps it fresh and kind of scary.
Permission to engage.
Do it.
Alright, we're going to kick some butt. Press enter and or action button to activate the tactical. Yeah. Fire weapon, 68%. You can look at the different ones and you get a different percentage depending on cover and position. I got a pretty decent shot at all of these guys. But that's the one they want me to hit in the tutorial. Wrecked.
Crasher 1 is on the board.
Now that we've been spotted, they take cover. This is obviously slowed down a bit because it's a tutorial. They're trying to show you what's going on.
How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem.
That's a bad spot.
I appreciate the bravery, but you're dangerously close right now. Be careful. You're still keeping score, right?
Not going out that easy.
toast. Oh. Twitching and everything.
Crasher 2 is down. She's gone.
Damn it! You can't take risks like that. Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play.
They're teaching you a very early lesson. Be careful. You will lose members, especially in the beginning. Your troops are more disposable because of the technology that they have versus what you have. You'll get armor as you go, med kits, all kinds of interesting things that kind of level the playing field, if you will. But right now, we're kind of chumps.
Let's see how you like this.
As you ramp up, the aliens will ramp up as well. That's what I always think is cool.
They're moving around the side.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Any of you guys who played the first XCOM, keep an eye on this guy. Tell me if you can recognize him.
Reporting in.
Because this guy's a badass now, but if you remember him from the first game,
Taking in the sights.
it's kind of cool the way that they
hell are these things?
show the progression of these characters once they've been taken over.
Used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's going to
The aliens have
change.
been mixing their DNA with ours. That's what
Let's
these
move.
troops are. These are humans who pledged to them,
Looks
and
like
their
that transmission
DNA
went
has been
through.
spliced.
You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side. I'm on it. Keep your eyes peeled. Fire on anything that moves.
Oh, I'm sorry. They want me to put them in Overwatch. Overwatch is cool. Anything that you see moving, they'll
The
fire
main
on.
entrance is clear. We need to move on the package.
So you don't always have to move up. You can actually be patient and wait for them to come to you.
Menace 3, you're up.
Hold up. You should check that body for salvageable gear. We need anything we can get at this point. Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs their stuff to self-destruct.
The enemy's gear will blow up after a certain amount of time. If you kill them with explosives too, you'll lose the gear. It's something kind of cool. Sometimes early on when the weapons aren't that great, you'll try and blow them up with a rocket launcher or a grenade, but when you do that, it will destroy their gear. You won't be able to research and learn it.
They're getting nervous. Now I know we're in the right place.
Overwatch in action.
Well done. Fall back to our position. Just go. I'll try to stall them here.
My guess is this guy's dead. %. 48%. Very restrictive in the tutorial here, but normal game is not this way. You can do anything you want.
What the?
I'm going for the door! You should be able to cut right through the door's security protocols. They were never expecting anyone to get this close.
This is cool. Some new hacking stuff. So apparently you can disguise your signal. You can override. We're going to go ahead and just unlock, because that's what we have to do for the tutorial. Very cool.
We're in.
Good. Let's go.
To secure the baggage.
Let's hope our intel was good.
Jesus Christ, that guy's got a nice gun.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
You can carry a downed soldier, and in this case, they're here to rescue this guy.
The entire Advent security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac. But it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
And this guy's dead.
I'd go out like this.
No! Central, Crasher 1 is down. You have to get out of there.
We need another exit. Now!
Alright, Missy, let's fall back.
Got it covered.
Again, very restrictive. This is a
Fire in
tutorial.
the hole.
The game is not this stiff. You can kind of approach the missions any way you want. I love the destructive terrain, though.
Works for me. Almost there. Stay focused.
That was a wicked gun, man. Hope I get to use those right away.
They're right behind us. Way too close.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here.
Select call Sky Ranger or press P to place an evac. So, alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Keep moving.
You don't need to tell me twice.
We're coming home.
What's that about? I'm intrigued. I wonder who this is that they rescued.
Carefully! There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then.
Oh, yeah. You notice right there, they just showed a quick glimpse of this guy. He used to be the person who told you what was going on. He was kind of your advisor, but now he's a badass because we've had to go through so much shit.
I've managed to identify the connection, preparing to make final incision.
I bet you that who they're working on is actually
really
me.
erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Flashbacks of when the aliens took over here.
No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told them it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander.
Nice. It's a hell of a way to start it. So apparently I've been on ice for 20 some odd years. And once the aliens took over, I would assume because I was the commander of the
Don't envy the headache you must have.
XCOM, they were probably studying
Still,
me.
can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready.
I'll try to
There's
just
some
finish
things
this
you should
tutorial
know.
area, and then I'll end this
You're better at
episode.
explaining them than me.
Just to make sure I don't overwhelm people with too much
It's
of this at
damn
once.
good to have you back, Commander.
Damn good to be back.